children. Hope you all are fine and safe in your homes. Okay, so in today's class we are going to start a new poem. It is very creative, okay? It's a creative poem. You can relate it with your thinking, okay? So before starting the class, we'll follow these steps. Sit in a comfortable position. Don't bend your back. Make sure you have your textbook and notebook with you and whatever you want for the video classes. Be away from all kinds of sounds and disturbances. And yeah, now 2 minutes of meditation. So close your eyes, sit straight. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Do this for 2 minutes because this improves your focus. Okay children, so have you ever imagined like you see animals around you, okay? So what are the animals you see? Birds you see, cats, dogs, isn't it? So common animals you see, cow, buffalo and all you'll see, isn't it children? Okay, so these are the domestic animals which you see, and wild animals you see in pictures, TVs, and even when you go to zoo and all, like lion, tiger, elephant, giraffe, all these wild animals also you see. Have you ever thought if a cat had a wings? Like sometimes we get our creativity in our mind that suppose if cat had wings and it would fly in sky, how it looks? And suppose if elephant is like usually it is in grey color or black in color. Have you ever imagined an elephant in red color or green color? Isn't it? This is something strange, isn't it? Have you imagined a dog having 2 legs, only 2 legs, not 4 legs, or having 2 tails? This is something we can imagine, but it's not possible, isn't it? But we can imagine. Suppose if dog has a big wings or a trunk, a long nose is there, and it can fly, something like this. This is what imagination. Or suppose we humans had wings, how do we look? And can we able to fly in the sky? This is something very, this is all imagination, isn't it children? So by that imagination, this poem has been written, okay? Okay, here the poet is telling, the poet is describing the imagination of an animal, like how the poet has been imagined the animal, keeping in mind, and how it looks, and it is telling you, like, see, I have seen an animal like this, it has wings, it has so many colors. Have you ever imagined a cat has all 7 colors like red, orange, green all together? Have you seen zebra having red and white color? No, right? It will be black and white, isn't it? Have you seen a zebra which is red and yellow color? This is all imagination. We can imagine and even we can draw and we can color it. But in real, it doesn't exist. Isn't it children? So this poem is all about imagination and creativity. Okay? So this is what we are going to learn in this poem. Okay children, so before going to poem, we'll see few new words or hard words which is there in this. Creature. Creature is nothing but like it's a living thing, it's a living animal or a human, okay? So creature where God has created us. So we are all creatures of God, isn't it? It may be humans or it may be animals. We are the creatures of God. Then what spelling for creature? C-R-E-A-T-U-R-E, creature. C-R-E-A-T-U-R-E, creature. Then squished. Squished. S-Q-U-A-S-H-E-D, squished. So what is the meaning for squished? Squished is nothing but pressured, like smashing something or smashing a fruit, okay? Squished is nothing but putting a pressure, okay? S-Q-U-A-S-H-E-D, squished. True. True is nothing but real, okay? True is nothing but real. So telling truth, like true and false. We have solved many mails, no? Like if a sentence is true, then if sentence is correct, you have to write true. If sentence is wrong, you have to write false. Depends on the lesson, isn't it? That's what true. True is nothing but real. Then trunk. Trunk is nothing but long nose, which elephant has it, isn't it? And that's only animal which has a very long nose. That is nothing but trunk. We call it as trunk. Okay. So now we'll see the poem. Okay children. Okay children, so we have 3 paragraphs in this poem and this is the first one. Okay. Believe me, so poet is telling, believe me, this story is once saw an animal whose trunk was bright blue. So here the poet is telling, believe me, that's what, trust me, this story is true. So poet is making you to believe the story. This story is true. I once saw an animal. So poet is telling, once saw an animal. She saw, like the poet saw an animal whose trunk was bright blue. Trunk is what I told you, a long nose of an elephant. So the poet is telling, like they saw a bright blue color trunk. Have you ever seen a blue color trunk on an elephant? No, right? But poet is telling you to imagine it. Poet is telling you to trust on its words. Okay. So whose trunk was bright blue color trunk it is there. You have to believe me. I saw an animal whose trunk was blue color. Are you getting? So sometimes even we tell stories to our friends and brothers and sisters, no? Like we imagine it. I saw an animal who, I saw a cat with a hat and it was flying in the sky. This whole imagination you tell. The poet is also telling by imagination only, and the poet is telling you to believe me, this story is true. I once saw an animal whose trunk was bright blue color trunk it was there. Believe me. Okay, repeat after me. Believe me. Repeat. Believe me. This story is true. This story is true. I once saw an animal whose trunk was bright blue. Bright blue color. Now you can see here in the picture. So as per the picture, the poet is telling the bright blue color trunk is there for an animal. Okay. So this is how you can see here in the picture. Okay. We'll see the next paragraph. Okay, children, we'll see another paragraph. Please listen. The poet is telling, please listen. I will tell you. Please listen. I will tell you of this creature. I told you, creature is a living thing. Okay. Of this creature, I have seen. The poet is telling. It is simple words, children. You can understand easily, isn't it? Yeah. Please listen. I will tell you. Of this creature I have seen. So poet is telling, I am going to tell you about this creature which I have seen. So poet is making you somehow to believe about this imaginary creature. Okay. So what it is? Its 4 legs were purple. So the poet is telling that creature 4 legs is purple color. So in the first paragraph, the poet told that it has a bright blue color trunk. Whereas now the poet is telling it has 4 legs which is purple color and its features lime green. Okay, sorry. Its feathers were lime green color. Its feathers lime green. So the poet is telling, I saw a creature. Okay, that creature has a bright blue color trunk, and it has 4 legs which is purple in color, and it has a feathers which is lime green. So it has even feathers also which is lime green in color. Okay, I'll show you in the picture. So repeat after me. Please listen. I will tell you of this creature I have seen. Its 4 legs were purple. Its feathers lime green. Okay, one more time. Please listen. I will tell you of this creature I have seen. Its 4 legs were purple. Its feathers lime green. Are you understanding? Okay, we'll see the next paragraph. Okay, the last paragraph. The fine nails on each toe. Were covered in hair. So the poet is telling that creature, that animal's fine nails on each toe is covered with what? Hair. It's covered with hair. And its head. So first the nails are covered with hair. Then, and its head, quite red, looked like a squished pear. Pear is a fruit, okay? it's in red color. If you squish, if you press that pear, what color will be there? That color is the head of the animal, okay, quite red color. So now you can see here in the picture, as I told you in the first paragraph, the poet is telling that its trunk is bright blue color, you can see, and 4 legs is purple color, and the wings are lime green color. Its feathers are lime green in color. Now the poet is telling its toes are fine. Its 5 nails on each toe is covered with hair, and its its head is of quite red color. Like squished pear will be there, no? Like that same color will be there on the that creature's head. So by the picture you can see it's an elephant. So it's an elephant with a feather. So it's an imagination, isn't it? It doesn't exist, children. It's just poet's imagination. So poet is making you to believe that here the poet has seen such a creature, such an animal. Okay. So repeat. The 5 nails on each toe. The 5 nails on each toe were covered in hair, and its head quite red, looked like a squished pear. Looked like a squished pear. Are you getting? Looked like a squished pear. Now I will read up the full poem for you. Okay children, this is what the poem we have discussed, odd animals. So I have shown you in the picture, no? This is a beautiful elephant, and the poet has imagined it has a trunk of bright blue color, and it has 4 legs of purple, feathers with the lime green, and the head with quite red color. Okay, we'll read out the poem now. Believe me, this story is true. I once saw an animal whose trunk was bright blue. Please listen, I will tell you of this creature I have seen. Its 4 legs were purple, its feathers lime green. The 5 nails on each toe were covered in hair, and its head, quite red, looked like a squished pear. One more time. Believe me, this story is true. I once saw an animal whose trunk was bright blue. Please listen, I will tell you of this creature I have seen. Its 4 legs were purple, its feathers lime green. The 5 nails on each toe were covered in hair, and its head, quite red, looked like a squished pear. This poem is written by Ash Vanagar. Okay? One more time we'll read out with actions. Okay, we'll read out with action now. Odd animal. Believe me, this story is true. I once saw an animal whose trunk was bright blue. Please listen, I will tell you of this creature I have seen. Please listen, I will tell you of this creature I have seen. Its 4 legs were purple and its feathers lime green. The 5 nails on each toe were covered with hair, and its head, quite red, looked like a squished pear. Okay, one more time. Believe me, this story is true. I once saw an animal whose trunk was bright blue. Please listen, I will tell of this creature I have seen. Its 4 legs were purple, its feathers lime green. The 5 nails on each toe were covered with hair, and its head, quite red, looked like a squished pear. Okay, this poem is written by Ash Vanagar. Okay, children, so in your textbook, page number 104, there is 2 mains they have given after question answers. Okay, so question answers are not there in this. We are not going to see, but grammar part will continue. Okay, so you have to. So this main you have already solved in another lesson. Similarly, you have to do. So they have given the words, and you have to arrange according to alphabetical order. Okay, which comes first? So first word is, you have to see only first word. Drink, glass, gun, stars, bang, trunk, wall. Okay, what are the words? Drink, glass, drink, glass, gun, stars, bang, trunk, wall. So according to alphabetical manner, which comes first? So obviously you have to see D, C, G, S, B, T, W. So which comes first? B. So you have to write that first. B-A-N-G, bang. Okay children, so the first, according to alphabetical manner, so the first word is B. So that is, so the word will be bang. So after B, so which is the next word? You have to check. Okay, then you have to write. So D, C. So after B, C, no. So you have to write that word. You have to arrange according to, only first letter will matter. Okay. Then after C, D, drink. Then after D, G. Okay, there is no other word, no? D, E is not there. So what words are there? In that only you have to see. Okay. So next word which comes is G, gun. Then left out word is S, T, W. So in S, T, W, so first comes is S, then T, and then W. Okay, this is how you have to arrange in alphabetical manner. Now you can check once. Okay, after arranging, after writing up, you have to check once whether it is in that same way. Next, grass, drop, black, start, climb, thick, grey. Okay, so in all these words, so which comes first? Black. B is the one which comes first. Black. B-L-A-C-K, black. So after black, check whether C is there. Yes, C is there. Climb. C-L-I-M-B, climb. So after C, D. Drop. D-R-O-P, drop. Next. After D, S, G, T, G is there. So S and T comes later. G, 2 are there. So I told you when two words are same, you have to see the next word. R. So R is also same. See the next word. A, E. Okay. So A comes first. A, you have to compare the third letter of the word. That is A for grass and great. E is there. So A and E, the first, the word which comes first is grass. Grass. Then great. Then S and then T, isn't it? Then start, thick. Okay. So this is how you have to arrange in alphabetical way. So you take down this in your book. Okay. Okay, children, this is what the main we have solved now, and this is next main. All these words begin with DA. What are they? So you have to guess the word which should start with DA by reading the sentence. Okay. So not light. So not light. So you have to guess the word. Okay. Not light. What does it mean? Not light is nothing but it means as dark. So it should start with DA, isn't it? So the word is dark. D-A-R-K, dark, isn't it? So you can relate it. Not light is nothing but if there is no light, what does the place called as? Dark. Okay. Not dry. So now they are telling the place which is not dry. So what is that place? Damp. D-A-M-P, damp. Okay. Not night. Not night. If it is not night, that is nothing but day. If it is not night, the place is day. So it start with DA. This also start with DA. So we are writing the correct answer, isn't it? Next, we do it to music. So we do something for the music. What is that? Dance. So what we do when music plays? Dance. So this word also start with DA. So the first condition is the word should start with DA and you have to guess the word reading this clues. Okay. Not dark, not light, that's nothing but dark. Not dry, damp. Not night, that is day. We do it to music, that is dance. Okay, you can write directly in your textbook. Okay, children? Okay, children, I hope you understand the poem. Please read the poem in your home and practice these 2 mains what I have given for you. And see you in the next video. Thank you.